Hey, what is up, everyone? Lately, I've been playing a lot of the new Marvel Spider-Man game for PC. It was originally a PlayStation exclusive, now they brought it to PC recently, so I've been having a lot of fun playing that, and it made me think, what other superheroes would I love to see games made for? So in this video, I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite ideas for new games based on different superheroes. So for number 5, we have the Green Arrow. Now, I was introduced to this character through the CW show, and at the time it was really good. I wouldn't say every season was great, but for the most part, it was a pretty solid show that a lot of people liked and stuff. And he's basically an archer, similar to Hawkeye if you're familiar with him from the Marvel world of stuff. But I think having a Green Arrow game where you're just fighting bad guys with like a bow and arrow and you can use it to like swing around the place and all the different stuff that he has, unlock different trick arrows and things like that. I think it could have some pretty good storylines with it and pretty good combat and gameplay. So next, number 4, we have Captain America. So Captain America, pretty much everyone knows who that is now based off all the Marvel movies and stuff. If you don't know who that is, he's this super soldier person that was created during World War II, and his main purpose was to fight Nazis and stuff. And I think for this game, it would be really cool to see Captain America set during World War II, and going through battles and stuff, and just getting stronger and understanding his abilities more and more as you progress. I think you could tell a really good story with Captain America in this, and then I think it would also work well as a sequel if you want to do a sequel with it, with him like discussing the morality of like government and that kind of stuff that we've seen him talk about in his movies and in comics already. Our next one at number 3 is a little bit of a cheat because it's not just a singular character, but this is going to be Marvel's Civil War storyline. So my idea with this one, I think it'd be really cool to have it that you could play 2 different like pathways. One if you're on Team Cap and one if you're on Team Iron Man. And basically, if you don't know the whole storyline with the Civil War comics and stuff or the movie, basically the main conflict is on the Superhero Registration Act, which basically is this piece of law that they made to have all superheroes have to identify with the government, get on their list, and have to like reveal their identities and that kind of stuff. So it made everyone really divided to the point where they all had to start fighting against each other because the government, along with Iron Man stuff who aligned with them, started locking up anyone that disagreed with them. So I think that'd be a really cool game to have where you could play as a bunch of different Marvel characters and stuff, and I just think that'd be really cool. Next one for number 2, I think this would probably be the most creative entry that you could have, and this is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, you can do so many cool things with him just because of the multiverses and different dimensions and all the magical abilities. He would be someone that you could have a really cool skill tree with because he could just keep unlocking different spells and stuff that he does, and I think that would be really amazing to see. In terms of storyline, I don't know what you could do with him because I'm not too familiar with Doctor Strange. I wouldn't want them to just copy the movies. I'd rather than make an original storyline like we saw with Spider-Man or Guardians of the Galaxy. Those 2 games were really good and they had original stories. I'd love to see Doctor Strange get the same treatment along with any of the other ones I've talked about today. Before we get to number 1, I'll give an honorable mention to Guardians of the Galaxy. The reason I didn't put them on this list is because they already have a game that's out and it's really good, and I would just love to see a sequel to that. I don't know if they're going to make a sequel to it because of all the issues going on with Square Enix selling off their properties and stuff, but alright, with that, let's go ahead and talk about our number 1 spot, and this is The Flash. The Flash is one of my favorite superheroes ever, and I would just love to see a really good game with him where it shows off his powers and him having the super speed running through the city and stuff. And you could have like get faster in the skill tree. You have him unlock new abilities like being able to phase through walls or run up walls and things like that. I think all of that would be really cool. I think it'd be cool to have Star Labs as like a hub area where you could like unlock different things and do science experiments, that kind of stuff. You could do a lot of cool things with this type of game. I feel like it's one of those that it's really easy to mess this up because you could just make it look like a Sonic game, which isn't a bad thing. Sonic is great, but if you just do that, then it's just going to look like a ripoff of Sonic. So you'd have to do something unique with it. But those are my top 5 superhero game ideas that I'd love to see in the future. I'm a big superhero fan both for Marvel and DC, so this would be something really interesting to me. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite superhero game is, and what superhero would you like to see in their own game one day. That's it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.